Good morning, class. My name is Mrs. Tobias, and today we're going to be learning all about time. We're going to be using analog and digital clocks to tell time in half hours and hour increments. Can anyone tell me the difference between an analog and a digital clock? Yes, an analog clock are the clocks that we find in the classroom, at home, and they look like this. And a digital clock looks like this, and also can be found on the stove. That is also an analog clock. So, does everyone remember how to count by fives? How about we try to count by fives on our analog clock? See it? So we are going to start at the 12 and go to the 1, and that's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60. There is 60 seconds in a minute. Can anyone show me on this analog clock where the 15 would be? Yes, right there, 15. How about 30? Excellent job, right here. And how about 45? Excellent job, it's right there. Let's do a little tricky one. How about 20? Good job, right there. So we have learned about analog and digital clocks. Digital clocks, we don't need to count by fives. It has 3 numbers, and it will show like 3:25 or 3 o'clock, like this right here, 3:00, 3 o'clock, or 6:09. That's the difference between an analog and a digital clock. Okay. So now let's do a quick review. Can anyone tell me what the shorthand means? This one right here. This is the shorthand. The shorthand is the hour hand. How about the long hand? What would the long hand be? The long hand is the minute hand. We need to remember that. The shorthand is the hour hand, and the long hand is the minute hand. Okay. So I created this, and it says all about time. We have a picture of an analog clock here, and it's kind of like a wristwatch. And that's actually 3 o'clock. And we have a digital clock that also states that it's 3 o'clock as well. So we have already learned what the shorthand is. Can anyone tell me off the top of their heads if they remember what the shorthand is? Correct, it's the hour hand. How about the long hand? Can anyone tell me what the long hand is? Excellent. It is the minute hand. Now we need to remember that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. There are also 60 seconds in 1 minute. We'll get into that a little bit later. 30 minutes is equal to a half hour. So when we're looking at our analog clock right here, if the shorthand is on the 10 and the long hand comes down to the 6, this would be on the half hour, so it's going to be 10:30. So on a digital clock, when we notice the 2 zeros right there, that would be the 2 zeros, you would say it as o'clock. So you wouldn't say 300, you would say 3 o'clock. Half past the hour is 30. The hour hand is between 2 numbers when it is on the half hour. So like I just showed you for 10:30. So if I was to move the long hand, which is the minute hand, backwards a little bit, see how the 10, the shorthand is on the 10 directly? Now watch as I actually turn the long hand towards the 6. What is happening? What do you guys see that is happening to the shorthand? Correct. It is in between the 10 and the 11. Does that mean that the shorthand is 11:30 now? Or does it mean that it's still 10:30? Excellent job, 10:30. It won't be 11 until the long hand gets all the way up to the 12, and then the shorthand will be directly on the 11. Excellent job, you guys. So I want you guys, we're going to look at an analog clock, and I'm going to give you a couple. I'm going to switch it up a little bit, and I'm going to have you guys tell me what time it is. Can you guys tell me what time it is? Correct. It is 11:50. Okay, so let's do another one. How about now? What time it is? Is it 12:15? Excellent job. Remember, we're counting by fives. 5, 10, 15. Let's do one more. Anybody know what time it is? What time is it now? Let's count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 1:40. Okay, let's look. I'm gonna set some time up on the digital clock, and I want you guys to tell me what time is this? 10 o'clock. Excellent job. Let's do Can anyone tell me what time is highlighted right there? Excellent. 6:30. Let's try one more on a digital clock. How about this one? Good job. It's 6:20. So we are going to do, actually, I'm going to have you guys, our first activity, we are going to be looking at a worksheet, and we're going to be all on analog clocks, and you're going to have to fill in the correct time on the analog clocks. So the first one, so the shorthand is between the 10 and the 9 and the 10, and on the 30. Do you guys know what time this is? Excellent job, you guys. Yes, 9:30. I want you guys to write it on your whiteboards. So I'm going to help you with the next one, but I want you to write it on the whiteboards. So, and then when you're done, I want you to hold up the whiteboard. How about the next one? Can you guys tell me what time that is? Okay, I'll wait. Make sure you write it on the whiteboard, and when you're ready, hold it up. Excellent job, you guys. 3:30. So the next one, can you guys see that? Okay, guys, fill in that information, please. And when you're ready, hold up the whiteboard so I know you guys all have the correct answer. 6:30. Perfect job, you guys. Let's go on to our next one. Sorry. What time is that, you guys? 11 o'clock. You guys are doing amazing. Excellent job. How about this one right here? Can anyone tell me what that one is? 4 o'clock. You guys are doing so great. 4 o'clock. Okay. So our next activity is actually going to be a puzzle. So first, we're going to start off with There's going to be 3 pieces to the puzzle. It's going to look like this. So it's going to say, we're going to have it in written form, which is 5:30. We're going to have it on an analog clock, as well as on a digital clock. So the students are going to, it's going to be mixed up with another puzzle piece, couple puzzle pieces like this. And the one that you guys are going to be working on is 5:30. So we're going to look here. We have it written out, 5:30. Is this 5:30? Is this puzzle piece, does this say that it's 5:30? No, it doesn't. So we know that this one will not match the one that says 5:30. So let's look back on to our puzzle pieces at our analog clocks, and then we find this one. Does this one say 5:30? Excellent job, it does. So we're gonna match that. So now we're looking for our digital clock. This one's gonna be a little bit easier. Can anyone tell me which one is 5:30? Yes, 5:30 right here. And then the students will connect the pieces to create a puzzle piece like this, 5:30. So we have it in our written form, we have it in our analog form, as well as in our digital form. Excellent job. So the students will start off with puzzles like this. Easy ones, all the information is there. We'll then work on a little more advanced material for the students. This one, the students are going to be one of the puzzle pieces will not be labeled. So the students are going to have to go in and label the missing piece. So I'm going to show you the puzzle piece put together. So this says 2 o'clock. Can anyone tell me what puzzle piece is not labeled? Excellent. The analog clock is not labeled. So if I was to go in and label this, where do you think I would label it? For 2 o'clock. So say we were using this. Where would my shorthand and my longhand be? Let me know when to stop, okay? Stop. Excellent job. So now what I want you guys to do is I want you on your paper, you all have a bunch of clocks that look like this. I want you to first, we're gonna count by 5s, put a 12 up at the top, count by 5s. See how I put the 12 up there? And we're gonna label it. So we're gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and then 60 would be right there. So now I want you on here to label 2 o'clock. So it should look like this. And then when that is completed, the students will then put the puzzle pieces back together and connect them. This one, the students have to, well, first, can you guys tell me what information is missing from this puzzle piece? We're looking for 435. We have it in written form, right here. We have it on our analog clock. Do we have it on our digital clock? No. So we need to fill in this information. From the information that we have, 435, and from in our written form, and from our analog clock, can you tell me what it might look like on your whiteboards on a digital clock? Excellent. Yes, it should look like this. Good job, guys. So there'll be a bunch of puzzle pieces like that the students can work on. And once they have mastered this, they can go on to the next one, which this one is more advanced for the students. But they are very capable of doing it. So this one goes here. And this one. So this one is, we're actually going to, the wording is a little bit different for this one. It's a little, like I said, a little more advanced. So this is 11:45. So this might be new for some of the students. So, like I said, this is definitely advanced, but 11:45 also means 10:45. So if we were to write it on this, 10:45, where do you think what it would look like on our analog clock? Okay, I'm gonna start going around. Sorry, I'm gonna go backwards since it would take me a while to go forward. Is this 11:45? What is another way we could say this that most students would understand at this age? 10:45 is the same as saying 11:45. Excellent job. You guys have done an amazing job. And thank you for sitting through my lesson.